Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Decorative Survival. So, in the last episode, I built a, flower shop. The flower shop though is probably also not going to be just a flower shop because the expensiveness of selling flowers probably is a bit much. So, I think that instead they sell flowers and the seeds for the other farmers. So just going to crash into a wall, and I'm going to craft up some oak trapdoors to hold some leaves, which I think look the closest to seeds that I can get. So I think they'll probably go in this corner. I'll have some seeds. I'm not sure that looks very much like seeds, but I think it looks like a bunch of seeds more than most other blocks. Actually, I might extend this instead so that it looks a little bit more like it's not a plant. And I think I'll put the counter place here. I think I'll do something like that. And I might actually get some item frames to put some potatoes and carrots on it. Because while carrots might not be grown here, I'm thinking the spruce village might want them, and that's kind of part of this village. I'm thinking it's just a place for some of the wealthier, more knowledgeable people to go if they're trying to do something and they don't, the people who are trying to do stuff without disturbances. Alright, now the question is, do I have any leather? And I think the answer is no, unless it's in one of these, because it might be. Wow, actually I have a lot of gunpowder. Yeah, well, guess I can use that to fuel up my firework rockets again. I think the quartz and magma should go in here, and yes, I already have a chest for that. Alright, looks like there is in fact no leather, so guess that means I'll have to remove a cow. 2 leather! There. That's a few too many, but that crafts 2 item frames, which will be 1 for potatoes, and I should have probably checked if I had carrots before making an extra item frame. Oh yes, a few. I do have carrots. That'd be slightly annoying if I didn't. Mainly because I don't know any place nearby that actually does have carrots. Because these are the main things that this person's selling. Seeds, carrots and potatoes, so basically he's also supplying the crops and also farms flowers and vegetation for the people who don't have to farm the fields. I think that's probably what someone would actually do. Alright, so the next thing I will do is probably going to be building a house back here. I'll probably build it a few levels off the ground, possibly up here. I'll probably build it up here, and I'm not sure quite what I'll have there, but over here I can go off the path here or up here. So yeah, I'm going to now get into a time lapse of me building that house. Alright, so I am voicing over this time lapse, and of course I start out by chopping trees, luckily this time I actually chopped enough trees so that hopefully next house I shouldn't need to chop too many trees. And yeah, I'm continuing with the stone brick layer below the stone layer, and I accidentally put wood on the first layer when in reality I wanted stone, which was slightly interesting. I then caught that, and actually this is not very long time lapse. I've shrunk the size of the chimney, and yeah, this is the end of the time lapse. Alright, so I am back, and well, apart from the time lapse, I also added in some windows. Well, at least the holes for some windows, because there aren't any windows here yet. And well, I've also added in a bed, my bed, the one that I just had on hand. So I'm gonna go up to my house, which has more spare beds, and also grab some glass panes, although I'm not quite sure. They might actually be down in here, the glass panes. I think I had some spare glass panes at least. Or they might be up in the house actually. I'm not sure. I may not. I might not actually have any glass left. Okay. Interesting. Might have to smelt up some more sand in that case. Unless one of my villagers sells it, because some villagers might. Which they do. Yes. Okay, I might just buy it instead. And can I even sell these 32 ink sacks? See how much glass I can get from that? I remembered having some ink sacks in here. I think I have more in the house, but that's 24 glass. That's pretty good. Still a few squid ink sacks that I could combine to get more, I think, if I had some more. And I also just realised that in the time lapse I went and crafted up a campfire. I just had them in my shulker box, and that's why I couldn't find them. And let's craft up 16 glass panes and go and put them in this house. And as it turns to night, I think I will probably get started on another field, because I haven't actually done fields in quite a little while. So I'll probably get started on another one. So yeah, I'm going to jump into at least a time lapse of me starting to build this. Alright, so I'm voicing over this time lapse as well, and I decided to leave a small gap in between the two fields because that then allows me to put a short road in there, and I'm planning that the carts will only come over the bridge and up to the edge of this field. And actually, this is such a small field, this is actually the end of the time lapse. Alright, so I'm back, and well, this is a smaller field than that one and actually most of the other ones, but I don't know, that this person might need not quite so much wheat, so I decided to build a slightly smaller one. It also borders onto the path, so the path just goes between the two fields, which I think looks quite nice. Oh yeah, and actually one of the other things I did during this time lapse is fly over here and farm the squids in the river, because I think I'm just barely far enough away to do something like that and get extra ink sacks. And well, with that, I'm going to wrap up this episode. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, goodbye.